Okay, Coach Held, as you can see, is here, so we'll start with him. First question, Sean Callahan, Husker Online.
Hey, Coach. Just wanted to ask you about Ronald Tompkins and just where he's at right now and what you've seen from him and how hard he's kind of battled to get to where he's at here going into this first game.
Yeah, Ronald's done a really good job putting himself in position to help our football team. He's the number two back right now. We feel confident in his ability to go in and make plays for us. It's been a long journey for him, but he's been able to fight through a lot of stuff, obviously, to get to this point. I know he's really excited. He's a very talented back, and it's been a while since he's played. But I know he's excited to get back out there, and he's another guy that will get better as the season goes on, as he gets to the used to the flow of how a game will go and practice and everything, because he just hadn't done it in a long time, just on the everyday grind of it. So he's done a good job, and we're excited to be able to get him out there because we feel like he can help our team.
I know in the past you rotated different backs. I mean, do you have a plan like that, or with Deidre's experience, would you rather just kind of keep him hot and ride him as long as you can in most games?
Yeah, I mean, Diedrich's got to be ready to play a lot of snaps. There's no doubt about it, and he's preparing himself to do that. The good thing is we do have guys, more depth this year than we've ever had since we've been here. We're preparing as many guys as we can, because you just never know how the season will go with, if a guy's out because of COVID or for whatever reason. So the more guys you have, the better. But Diedrich knows he's got to be ready to be the bell cow and the workhorse. But we're going to have other guys ready with Ronald and Ramir and Marvin and Cooper Jewett.
24/7 Sports, Brian Christopherson.
Hey Ryan, we get all caught up with the backup guys sometimes, but just going back to Dedrick Mills, what have you seen from him just this off season as far as his determination and what the confidence he gained from the end of last year too, when he had that big final month of the year, just how you've seen him progress his game?
Well, he knows this is the last rodeo, so he's prepared like it. He's putting himself in position to really, help our football team, and knows that if he has any aspirations for the next level, that he needs to go out and perform well. He's obviously not worrying about that, but he wants to do everything he can to help our football team, and he's just gotten better on the details of each play, being able to understand where the ball can hit. So when you look at, again, from where we were at the beginning of last year, you just look at the Colorado game, there's a couple cuts he missed that if he would have hit on the backside of that, would have been huge plays. He made them later on in the year. It just takes some time for guys to get used to it. And so he's been able to get a lot of reps, and, he's ready for the workload that he's going to be presented this year. So we're excited for that, and he's a dog. He's a guy I'll go to battle with every day of the week. I know that he's going to be ready to go, and he's going to run hard and be a good teammate. And so we're excited to get on that plane Friday.
Thank you.
Take two or three more here for Coach. Parker Gabriel, Lincoln Journal-Star.
Hey Ryan, what specifically has Ronald done from a skill set wise? I know you guys love his talent, obviously coming out of high school, but what style of back is he? What do you expect him to do out when he's on the field?
Well, he's a slasher. He's got the ability to make cuts. He's got tremendous hands. He can really catch the ball out of the backfield. I mean, he's one of the better guys on our football team catching the football. So he gives us a nice, 5-tool player that can do a lot of different things. But again, this is going to be his first action in a long time. So, very similar to Dedrick, he's going to get better and better and better as the year goes on, just because of getting used to, where everything's going to hit in our offense, and being able to see the signal and line up and, understand all the different concepts. I'm not going to put more on him than need be, but, we're excited he's going to be able to help our football team. And like I said, he's going to get better as the year goes on, as each week, moves forward.
How do you walk that line, just as a quick follow-up, between, obviously, you start out with two of the best teams in the conference. There's no non-conference season. So with a guy like that who hasn't played in a long time, between understanding that it's not going to be perfect right off the bat, and also, believing in what he can give you. I mean, I guess you have to play to get experience, right?
Yeah, no doubt, and obviously you go by practice as we prepare. Obviously, games are different than practice, but the preparation is what you can go by, and the confidence and the film study and him taking notes in meetings and paying attention and all the different things that goes into preparing for all these games. Obviously, we got a tremendous challenge ahead of us. We're excited. We're embracing that, and I know he is as well. But again, I'm not going to make it bigger than what it is for him. We're excited he's going to be able to help our football team. And like I said, I think he'll get better as the year goes on. But I have high expectations for Rahmir and Marvin and Savion and Cooper Jewett as well, because those guys got to be ready to play in this season.
Okay, we'll take two more. Sam McEwen and then Michael Bruns. Sam, go ahead.
Hey Ryan, what role do you play in coaching the special teams? I feel like in the past you were sort of working with some of the returners. Is that still the case? And what are you seeing in the special teams group that you're overseeing?
Well, I oversee or I help Coach Rutt more with kickoff return, but I have a role in all the special teams. So on punt, I have a certain side that I work with. On punt return, I have certain numbers that I work with. On kickoff return, I still have a certain side that I work with, but I help Coach Rudd oversee it. And then kickoff, I have certain numbers. All of us coaches are involved heavily in special teams. We don't just put it on Coach Rutt. So I'm kind of a utility guy, just like everybody is. But mostly I look over in terms of heavier emphasis on kickoff return. But, I mean, we're all out there. It's a high-energy deal. We got to get special teams right. Special teams has hurt us at times, and we got to get that fixed. We know how important it is in all areas, and that needs to be big this year. I know our guys are really working hard in all areas to be prepared for making huge impact plays that can help change the game. We've got to be better on with field position and everything that has hurt us at times over the first 2 years.
Who is your kickoff returners?
What's that?
Who are your kickoff returners?
Oh, you have a hybrid of guys. I mean, you have Rahmir, you have Cam Taylor, you got Brody Belch, you got Wandale Robinson, Marcus Fleming. There's some different guys that'll be back there, and so Coach Beck actually works with the returners specifically. Punt return and kickoff returners, does a great job of those guys, and Coach Lubick as well. So they're working through all that, and the way the kickers are, sometimes it's harder to get kickoff returns. Now they're kicking the doggone thing 10 rows deep. But you never know with the weather in the Big Ten. You got to be prepared to have these returns be changing field position, which we've got to do a better job of.
All right, and Michael Bruns finishing up for Coach Held.
Hey Ryan, you touched on it a little bit, but with Diedrich, what was the difference for him in those last 3 games last year? Was it just experience, and were you guys using him any differently, I guess, in the scheme, or what was kind of the reason, I guess, for the uptick in his production those last 3 games?
Well, I just think, like anything, the more reps you get, the better. And he just kept getting more reps and more reps. And, we relied on him more heavily down the stretch. So he got more reps in the games, and then he got more reps in practice. So I think that really, it just kind of compound interest. He just kept getting better and better and better and better. And he was able to see it on film and practice and in the games. And, you just can't speed up experience. It just takes time. And, that's just something that there was some growing pains with him because just because of the offenses he's played in, because our offense is a little bit different than what he did at the Georgia Tech and then in the junior college. But now, he's been able to have a whole 1.5-year cycle of that. And, again, I think he's definitely better today than he was a year ago going into the first game, obviously. But everything starts all over. Last year, nothing matters last year. It's what have you done for me lately business. And so he's got to be ready to go out against Ohio State and perform at the level that needs to be performed for us to have the type of offense that we need and want.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
We'll have Coach Shenander next here just in a second.